was. A quick review we're going to do to take a look back at what CVV has really accomplished in 2021. As you know, CVV has a support system that's been increasingly relied upon last year since we did the shelter in place, and extra care was certainly taken to ensure that we did regular check-ins on people for those who wanted it, and to just check on how people were and if they needed anything at all. We made grocery runs and took members to checkups, to the vaccination appointments, and met any of the transportation needs. We also had to increase our tech assistance since members were busy learning how to embrace Zoom and to really stay connected. So yeah, we certainly did some socially distanced hikes. We did some safe meetups. Birthday celebrations were continued on the doorstep, and of course a lot of online gatherings were key. These are the numbers. We've seen a huge growth, a big jump in 2021 in the number of service requests that you'll see here. We've accomplished 346, so that's a huge growth in the service requests, and actually it's approximately 100 more than prior year, so a big jump. We have 51 members in 2021, and we had 37 volunteers, many of whom were also members. There were 700 service requests that were logged, service hour requests, and the all-important but very little seen back office workforce who really keep the wheels going round, coming in at over 1,000 entirely volunteer hours. So let's take a deeper dive here on how those service requests were made. Certainly 65% of these were driving requests, whether it was to a doctor's appointment, to the grocery shops or beauty salon, or just a run to do errands. So a big thank you to our incredibly generous volunteers who drove over 4,000 miles to accomplish these requests. You'll see the home category is the next one, home assistance, and that could range from anything from, say, fixing those annoying smoke detector batteries. We want to know why they always go off at 3 in the morning, or perhaps taking down a tree limb in the garden or bringing in the holiday decorations from the attic. You'll see here the tech team, 7% of all service requests were for technical support, and a high portion of these seem to be Wi-Fi or printer related, which is interesting. And then miscellaneous is the extra category that you see there. All right, so this slide shows some of the amazing events that happened during 2021. And I have to say, led by Sonia Wilkins, who's the event team chief, she managed to do an awesome job in wrangling 37 events last year. And obviously, where we had to shelter in place, we switched from many of our in-person to virtual activities, which included Zoom lunch and learns and some entertainment. These virtual events actually drew heavily on our own members' expertise. We had Judy Disbrow, who was showing how to decorate birdhouses here on the left. And another skill was how to create a charcuterie board, which was brought to us by our very own Joanne Vanis's daughters. So that was kind of an extra special way of leveraging our own in-house talent. There was a musical benefit. We had just for Clayton Valley Village, we had a special concert. And also in addition to that, there were several health and wellness lunch and learns, like keeping your mind sharp and the benefits of energy healing. In fact, we even got shown how to prune your roses and grow plants, I think, in a straw bale. And in keeping with the year's many ups and downs, there was even one on how to downsize and another one on how to get up from a fall. Where feasible, we were able to meet in person quite a lot. And here you'll see some of our members and volunteers enjoying happy hours. And on the bottom there, that was an R&M Pools hosted plant care session that we enjoyed. Another of the highlights of the year was Arlene's delicious Valentine's Day cupcakes she made for everyone, which were beautifully wrapped and all delivered with love to the members and volunteers. We had hikes on on Black Diamond Mines. You see everybody here. Well, take our word for it. These are our members under the hats and masks. And we completed a virtual Hope Walk. And we even got to enjoy concerts in the park occasionally and did a trip to Bancroft Gardens and accessed the Vitality Society online to help keep us fit. We celebrated members' birthdays with afternoon tea served al fresco style, as well as being able to participate in some of the summer bocce league. And we did various supports of local merchants and happy hours at the Clayton Club and Macy's and where else? Inca Grill, to name but a few. Here's everyone having a good time, making the most of our local restaurants and supporters. This was a big highlight too, the ice cream social at Bishma's, so much fun, and we all really appreciated a chance to just be out and together again. The hiking group, the explorers group, organized distance hikes and did masked hikes. In fact, we still do that. So we're getting out there in nature and fresh air, which feels wonderful. Oh yes, the Romeos. This needs a little word of explanation for any that don't know. With it being Valentine's Day yesterday, we need to expand on this. The Romeos are in fact really old men eating out. So lest you get any ideas, ladies. And talking of eating out, after 2 years, we were able to go back to our Sunday supper. And this time it was just for the sheer pleasure of being together again, not as a fundraiser, since we didn't want to burden the vendors with asking for donations after such a tough year. So we looked from within and we amassed our own over a dozen donated door prize baskets, which were won. And it was a really fun evening with another delicious dinner at La Veranda. We had our monthly newsletter online and in print for those that want it that way, which kept us entertained and enlightened with some wonderful tips, tricks, local history, articles, recipes, movie and book recommendations. And Carol Gardner, for instance, wrote about her flight over San Francisco, piloted by her very own grandson. And we ran a novel that was a serial written by our very own Gary Carr. So that was something to look forward to each month and get the next installment on. So it was a pretty amazing year, and I'm really proud of all of our members and the volunteers who kept everyone connected and so well cared for. And with that, we'd like to turn it now over to one of our volunteers, to Bev Adams, so that she can say a few words about why she likes to volunteer for Clayton Valley Village. I'll stop the share and pass it over.